dispute within the ruling Nepal Communist Party has refused to boil down as the party braces for another crucial day at its extended standing committee meeting. Following yesterday's break, the meeting resumes today amid mounting pressure on Chairman KP Sharma Oli to mend his unilateral ways. Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan and these are the top stories of the hour. Dispute within the ruling Nepal Communist Party intensifies, polarization within the party likely to deepen amid the controversy surrounding the endorsement of US-funded MCCTO. Another 400-plus coronavirus infection cases detected yesterday and 38 this morning to take the infection tally well past the 11,000 mark. Death toll stands at 26. Lightning strikes and thunderstorms in Bihar kills 83 people, many more injured, and widespread damage to property incurred in the last 2 days. And Liverpool's 30-year-old wait for EPL title is over. Manchester City loses 2-1 at Chelsea to confirm the Reds as Premier League champions. The number of deaths due to COVID-19 in the country has reached 26 as 2 more deaths were confirmed yesterday. Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus cases has crossed well past 11,000. According to the Health Ministry, the deceased have been identified as 55-year-old man from Syangja Adikola and another 15-year-old man from the capital's Mahalakshmithan in Lalitpur. The man from Syangja was receiving treatment at Pokhara Health Sciences Academy, while the man from Lalitpur, who had received a kidney transplant 5 months ago, was kept in ventilator at Patan Hospital. Meanwhile, 38 new coronavirus cases were reported this morning, taking the total number of cases to 11,200. Among the new infections, 21 cases were reported from Nawalparasi East, 12 from Chitwan, 2 from Tanahu and 1 each from Syangja, Kailali and Baglung. With this, 34 districts have reported more than 100 virus cases. Rautarhad has the highest 1,231 cases. 74,000 are in various quarantines across the country, while 2,650 have fully recovered from the virus so far. The dispute within the ruling Nepal Communist Party has intensified with rising misunderstanding between the chairman duo Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Pushpakamal Dahal. The ongoing standing committee meeting is likely to deepen the polarization within the party amid the controversy surrounding the endorsement of American-funded MCC. We have more in this report.
Ruling party chairman KP Sharma Oli has been confronting criticisms from executive chairman Pushpakamal Dahal and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal during the standing committee meeting. The meeting that will resume on Friday is to review the 2.5-year tenure of the government. Premier Oli has already tried to deal with possible allegations targeted at him. Meanwhile, some of the party members have already forecast the form of review during the meeting. The ruling party has been divided over power sharing for long. Some 2 years after the party unification, some leaders are also found to change the faction depending on their personal benefit. Political analysts view that until the dispute at the leadership level is not addressed, the differences within the party would continue.
The U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo held a telephone conversation with Nepal's Foreign Minister Pradeep Gyawali day before yesterday amid rising dispute over the US-funded Millennium Challenge Corporation or MCC. Even as the two sides said that the talks revolved around the COVID-19 pandemic, the two leaders, according to sources, mainly discussed the MCC report. We have more in this report.
The U.S. doesn't have a usual practice of its Secretary of State or a foreign minister talking with his counterpart from third world countries. The timing of the talks, which has come amid intense dispute surrounding the MCC within the ruling party, according to foreign policy experts, cannot be viewed as normal. Meanwhile, a foreign ministry source claimed that the U.S. Secretary of State expressed his concern over the delay in the endorsement and the current position regarding the pro-MCC faction in the ruling party. Political analyst and former ambassador Bhesh Bahadur Thapa viewed that Nepal must be trying to win the confidence of America regarding the endorsement of the MCC agreement.
As the global pandemic of COVID-19 continues to hurt economies around the world, industrialists in Nepal too have begun depositing huge sum of investment-worthy money in banks. This has resulted in surplus liquidity worth more than 100 billion rupees. The government decided to ease the ongoing nationwide lockdown that had halted majority of economic activities for almost 3 months. However, industrialists have lacked enthusiasm in new ventures and business expansion. Liquidity excess has been witnessed since mid-June by 38 billion rupees. The amount, along with the 65 billion rupees at the beginning of the month, has taken the surplus amount to 103 billion rupees. The interbank interest rates, meanwhile, has dropped to less than 2%. The interbank interest during the same period last year was around 4%. The banking sector fears of lower profits this year due to lack of revenue from loan interest. The central bank had drawn 20 billion rupees last month to avoid liquidity surplus and had also raised an internal loan of 175 billion rupees. However, remittances have still added to bank deposits. Banks have said the only borrowers are the ones who have applied for loans against collateral. Meanwhile, the central bank has said there are no plans of liquidity absorption anytime soon. Economists call liquidity surplus a negative indicator of any economy. Liquidity surplus affects industrial and business activities, and the ongoing situation, according to analysts, is sure to dent the government's aim of an economic growth of 7% in the upcoming fiscal year. The tax officers have witnessed a throng of people with the relaxing of the lockdown since 15th of June. Service seekers are found to throng tax offices and other essential government offices to get their work done. The service seekers, unfortunately, are not found to maintain minimum social distance at these offices. This crowd of service seekers were at the Transport Management Office in Lalitpur to pay the road taxes, receive driving licenses and renew blue books, among others. Even as the government has directed people not to gather at one place, the service seekers have not bothered to maintain social distancing and other safety measures. Many of these people were not donning a face mask either. Similar crowds of service seekers were also seen at the tax office in Bhaktapur's Jagati. Rather than the fear of coronavirus, people have looked more concerned about getting their work done by overcoming the administrative hassles. All the administrative works at the transport management offices were stalled since the implementation of the lockdown on 24th of March this year. After the government directed people to clear the taxes, service seekers are worried about having to pay hefty fines in case they fail to clear the taxes on time. Apart from these transport officers, land revenue and survey officers have also seen a surge of service seekers. With the present fiscal year coming to an end, people have flocked the tax offices, giving rise to fears that the close contact among the people can lead to community spread of novel coronavirus. And in our public voice segment, we had asked the people in Surkhet, why have the services and facilities of local level public representatives been increased against the Supreme Court ruling during the time of pandemic? Let's take a look at what they have to say.
काम गरेपछि मामहरु त पाउनु स्वाभाविक पनि हो र अब अहिले हामीले पनि अब आवश्यकता अनुसार सबैको सेवा र सुविधा दिने बेला हामीले पनि केही सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ, हामीले त्यसमा लिनु हुँदैन भन्ने मेरो विचार थियो हो।
विषम परिस्थितिमा अब त्यसलाई राख्दा पनि अलिकति सोच विचार गरेर राख्दा हुन्थ्यो। प्रदेश सरकारको सोच होला, त्यसमा अब मैले अब छुट्टै भ्यू दिने कुरा केही भएन। नियम कानुन त अब हामी अब सदस्य हौं, हामीले अब पब्लिक कन्ट्र्याक्टमा जाँदाखेरि भोलन्टियर सेवा सर्भिस गरिरहेका छौं। त्यो 2-4 हजार रुपैयाँमै लत्तचित्त भएर त्यसमा चाहिँ लागि परेर हामी लागिरहेका छैनौं।
स्थानीय तहका अनि जनप्रतिनिधिहरू समस्याको बावजुद पनि जानुपर्छ। अब हामीलाई आफ्नो समस्याहरू धेरै हुन्छ, यसमा चाहिँ अलि त्यो प्रदेश सरकारले गरेकोमा चाहिँ ठिकै जस्तो लाग्छ।
माथिल्लो तहको जनप्रतिनिधि भन्दा आज तल्लो तहको जनप्रतिनिधि खटेको तपाईले देख्नु भएको छ। अब मेरो व्यक्तिगत कुरा गर्नुहुन्छ भने मलाई सेवा सुविधा प्राप्त नगरे पनि जनताको सेवाका निम्ति आइएको, यहाँ कुनै लोकसेवा पास गरेर गरेर आएको होइन। त्यसकारणले सेवा जहिलेसम्म गर्न सकिन्छ गर्न सकिन्न भने आफ्नो अरू काममा लागे पनि हुन्छ।
तलब चाहिन्छ, सेवा सुविधा चाहिन्छ भन्ने पक्षमा हामी सहमत छैनौं। कसरी आफू बाँच्ने र जनतालाई बचाउने भन्ने तर्फमा हामी लागिरहेका छौं।
गरिब छन्, दुखी छन्, तिनीहरूलाई हेरौँ गाउँमा टोलमा एउटा कुरा पसेर अब हैन को कस्तो छ त, कति निर्मल वर्गको छ, अब त्यो सबै आफूले सोचेर एउटा कुरा सबै सरकारहरूले सोच्ने कुरा हो। अब अहिले तलब बढाउने अनि यो खान पाएनौं लाउन पाएनौं त्यस्तो गरेर सरकारले अलि हिँड्दैन नि त।
And now time for our segment Public Pulse, where it texts us with their opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, what safety measures should be taken at offices that see a large throng of service seekers? And your options are: option A, use online service; option B, maintain distance; and option C, service seekers should be aware. The voting is on. Type in WS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And those were our latest headlines. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Stay safe and bye for now.